I'm Dan Smith, and if you want to get started playing lead, the best scale that you can learn is a very simple scale called the pentatonic scale. And you can apply it in two different ways in a very simple method to get your foot in the door playing lead with virtually any song. So we're going to learn the scale, and then I'm going to show you how to apply it in two different ways. So before we get into that though, you need to know a little something about notes on the neck, and you also need to understand the idea of songs being in a particular key. So let's go over the notes. The main string to use to get to know the notes on the neck is the sixth string, or the E string, right? And notes in music in general are labeled with the first 7 letters of the alphabet, A through G, but we're going to start from the point of E. Now the way this works is you play E, and then after E comes F. Fairly unsurprising so far. But then, after F, you don't go straight to G, you go to F sharp. Then you go to G. I'm on the 3rd fret, by the way. Then G sharp, and then this is where the alphabet starts over. So after G sharp comes A. But then you don't go to B right away, you go to A sharp. Then B. But here's where it gets a little weird. You go directly to C. There's no B sharp. And then C sharp. And then D. And then D sharp. And then E again up here on the 12th fret. That's why you have 2 dots, most likely, on your guitar, because that's where everything starts over. All the notes of every string are the same notes open as they are on the 12th fret. But so once I get up to the 12th fret, then it all starts over. Then I go back to F, because there's no sharps between E and F, and no sharps between B and C. Just repeat that to yourself several thousand times. No sharps between E and F and B and C. Say it right now. No sharps between E and F and B and C. But then after F comes F sharp, and then G, and then G sharp, and it keeps going. So if you know the neck from here to here, from the open string to the 12th fret, then you automatically know all the notes above the 12th fret. Not quite as scary as you thought it was. So once you know that, and you know what key you're in, we're going to do something in the key of A, then you can start to figure out where to place this scale is that I'm going to show you, which again is called the pentatonic scale. We're going to just skip over the subject of how to figure out what key a song is in for the moment, but we're going to start by just playing the scale in the key of A, which means that A, as you may recall, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A is on the 5th fret. So you're going to start with the 6th string, the 5th fret, with your index finger, and it's very important to assign a finger to each fret. 4 fingers over 4 frets. It's going to be a really good habit. If you've never done this before, take it from me, you owe it to yourself to develop this habit early. Don't go switching fingers across frets. Assign a finger to each fret. So anyway, 6th string, 5th fret. 6th string, 8th fret with your pinky, right? Because your pinky is in charge of the 8th fret. Then 5th string, 5th fret with your index finger. 5th string, 7th fret with your ring finger. Then 4th string, 5th fret with your index finger. 4th string, 7th fret with your ring finger. 3rd string, 5th fret with your index finger. 3rd string, 7th fret with your ring finger. 2nd string, 5th fret with your index finger. 2nd string, 8th fret with your pinky. And then 1st string, 5th fret with your index finger. And then 1st string, 8th fret with your pinky. Let's go backwards. That's the A minor pentatonic scale. Now, if you want to play this scale in a different key, all you have to do is find the note on the 6th string. Let's say you want to do it in the key of B, right? So you count up from A to B. So A, A sharp, B. You're going to use the same pattern, same fingers, same relationships between them. But now this pattern, it's a template that you've now moved up same shape. But now you can play it in the key of B. But we're not going to play it in the key of B, we're going to play it in the key of A, because I'm about to show you how you can apply this to some music. Because here's the thing, when you're playing lead, basically you're using this scale, and it's kind of like a palette. And any of these notes will work as long as you're in the right key. So I'll show you what I mean. I have a little recording here of possibly the best song to get yourself started playing lead with, which is the Beatles song, While My Guitar Gently Weeps. And I'm just going to show you the first part, which is so that's a little taste of what you can start to do with that scale. So that's the minor pentatonic scale in the key of A. But there's a different kind of song out there. It's called a major scale based song. So you're probably wondering, what am I going to do? I only know one scale. What am I going to do? You don't have to learn any more scales. All you got to do is take that same pattern and you're going to apply it in a different way. You're going to take this pattern and you're going to move it down the neck, meaning towards the headstock, 3 frets. 1, 2, 3 frets down. This is called playing in the major pentatonic scale. Very simple. No new patterns to learn. You take that same pattern, but you start now on the 2nd fret. Now, why is this important? Because like I said, there are other songs out there. They're more major scale based. This is the major pentatonic scale. So what's an example of a major pentatonic scale kind of song? Believe it or not, the same song that I just played, except in another part of the song, there's kind of 2 parts to While My Guitar Gently Weeps. There's the verse, but then there's this bridge where the whole mood of the song changes because it becomes more major. It becomes more, prettier in a way. That's a very subjective way to describe it, but it's more melodic. It's more major scale based. And I'm about to demonstrate that for you. So, but let's just review this scale one more time. So this is the A major pentatonic scale, which means I'm going to start on the 6th string of the 2nd fret with my index finger, 6th string 5th fret with my pinky, remember 4 fingers, 4 frets, 5th string 2nd fret with my index finger, 5th string 5th fret with my ring finger, 5th string 4th fret, 4th string 2nd fret with my index finger, 4th string 4th fret with my ring finger, 3rd string 2nd fret with my index finger, 3rd string 4th fret with my ring finger, 2nd string 2nd fret with my index finger, 2nd string 5th fret with my pinky, 1st string 2nd fret with my index finger, and 1st string 5th fret with my pinky, and then go backwards. So now, let's pick up where we left off. I'm just going to start this recording, and let's play it from the beginning, because I'm going to play the first part, but then it's going to segue very smoothly into the bridge, and I'm going to switch from the 5th fret down to the 2nd fret, from the minor pentatonic to the major pentatonic. That's the awesome thing about this song. I've made a recording of it, of just me playing it, because YouTube doesn't like it when you play other people's music in your video. But what you can do at home, or wherever you happen to be, is turn on the Beatles from the White Album, playing While My Guitar Gently Weeps, and they do it in this same key, so you can do what you're about to see me do, learn how to switch back and forth between minor and major. Now, most songs don't really do this. They don't really do a lot of switching back and forth. They tend to stick with what we'll call one tonality. It's either minor or it's major. And the reality is it's not even that simple. But for your purposes, if you're just getting started playing lead, just think of it as like there's 2 flavors of ice cream in the world. There's chocolate and vanilla. Now, we all know there's a lot more flavors and that you can be much more creative than that with your lead playing. But this is just a way to get your foot in the door. So I'm going to play some lead to the first part of While My Guitar Gently Weeps in the A minor pentatonic scale. But then I'm going to switch. When it switches to the bridge, see if you can hear the difference. I'm going to switch down to the second fret in the A major pentatonic scale. So let's give it a try. So here's the minor. It's all very minor. I'm in the major pentatonic scale. It's going to do that all one more time. Now it's going to switch back. So, that's a little sample of what you can do. And like I said, turn on the Beatles and start very simply. When you play lead, less is more. I was getting a little bit fancy there, but generally speaking, you know, one of the main pieces of advice that I give to everybody about their lead playing is go for quality of notes as opposed to quantity of notes. One of the main mistakes that many guitar players make, and I'm talking about people who have been playing for years, is they measure their lead in how many notes they can fit in rather than are they playing good notes? Are they playing notes that are really satisfying, that fit in with what you're playing? So less is more, and I'm going to talk more about that as we get into more videos about playing lead. But you know, one of my favorite quotes from Keith Richards, the guitar player and one of the main songwriters for the Rolling Stones, is he said, "You should play silence like it's your favorite note." I think that's really good advice. So try to just find like a couple of good notes and maximize those. You know, I always say cook with the food you have in your refrigerator. Make that as good as you can make it. So that is a beginning step on how to play lead with the minor pentatonic scale and the major pentatonic scale. Now, I'm going to leave you with one last thought, which is how do you figure out what key you're in? The easiest way and the most dependable way to figure out what key you're in is to ask yourself when you're playing a song, say it's While My Guitar Gently Weeps, is what chord would I end the song on in such a way that it sounds finished, that it feels like there's a conclusion to it, that there's a resolve to it. So play your song, whatever it might be. Let's say it's While My Guitar Gently Weeps, right? And play the end of the song. It doesn't quite sound finished here, right? I'm ending on, this is an E7th. If I end on E7, it's not quite finished, but if I end on an A minor, there's a resolve to it. So listen for that with any song you play. That's your best method of figuring out what key you're in. Are there more technical ways to do it, which I'm sure many, you know, music theory nerds out there would be only too happy to explain to you? Sure, but this is, you know, a real world way to do it that you can just do, again, by ear, not with your brain, right? Your brain, I've said this in other videos, your brain sucks at doing music. Your ears are great at it. So ears should be in the driver's seat, brain in the back seat. Because you're going to use your brain a little bit, but mostly you just want to listen and ask yourself, does that sound good? Which leads me to a question that I often get about the minor pentatonic scale and the major pentatonic scale. How am I going to know which one is which? You're not going to know. You're going to listen. So if you don't know, try one. If it doesn't sound good, guess what? Try the other one. You only have one other option. So, use your ears. I hope this video was helpful to you. My name is Dan Smith. Not that you don't know that already by looking at the video and looking at my channel, but you know, I'm throwing it in there. But I hope this video was helpful. If it was helpful to you, please click like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.